Holy shit. Okay, so first of all, I gotta say thank you. I mean it, thank you, like, this shit is crazy. Look, 1,000 might not seem like that much. I mean, these days 100,000 subscribers is not the insane feat it was 10 years ago, but let me put that number in context. The amount of people I properly, truly interact with, or like whether that be friends or coworkers or like my family, is maybe around 25, like 35 if you're being generous. And 1,000 is 40 times that. And look, I get that's not entirely analogous, but it's still a lot of people. And regardless, what that means, what that number actually means, is that this is a thing now. I wouldn't say that it's been a dream of mine to have a YouTube channel. I think that's putting it way too strongly, but it's always something I've wanted to do for a long time, like long before this channel even started. And funnily enough, it's when I started making things without caring about what they'd turn into that it actually turned into something. I've had ideas for channels before, but even still I don't think they'd ever actually turn into something, even if I'd executed on them, because I would have been making them to make something happen instead of just to make videos. I mean, really, it was the combination of the insane amount of free time that I had, alongside the release of Half-Life Alyx, which was a game that I found really interesting, and had no one in my life that I could talk about it to, so I needed some place to talk about it. I needed to get my ideas out there somehow. Which, like, don't go and watch that video, it's shit, my delivery is terrible, most of the script is me just saying words, not that that's changed, and, I mean, there are some okay cutaway jokes in there, but I'm clearly going for like an up is not jump vibe rather than trying to find my own voice, and it really shows. Luckily no one did, and still hasn't watched it, and my next video on Rayman 2 was similarly not very good, mainly just in the script this time. I'd started to get my own style going, but it's in the opening frames of Ratchet & Clank when you can really start to see the DNA of the later videos I'd make, even if I still didn't know how to deliver a script without sounding scared. But yeah, I think I'm just kind of rambling about my origins now, and that's not what this video was supposed to be, so let me bring this back to saying, well, thanks. Thank you to all 1,009 of you. I'm not stupid. I mean, well, I am stupid, but I know that I haven't made it. I don't think of it like that, but well, this is a thing now. I have a channel, it has a following, and people watch and care about the videos that I make. It's all I can really ask for. I mean, I am about to ask for a little bit more, but we'll get there when we get there. So, truly, thank you. It might seem small to you, and in the grand scheme of things, it might be small, but it's not small to me. Before now, I'd normally refrain from making something like an update video because, for one, I was kind of just making videos whenever I had free time, just for the fuck of it, and for two, I didn't really think anyone would care. But now I have a number that contradicts that slightly, so I guess maybe it's not as weird as I think. And also, I mean, you don't have to watch this, I'm not gonna force you to watch this. I have the attention span of an Alzheimer's-ridden goldfish, like I get it man, you can leave, I'm not gonna judge you. Okay, so 2022, 2020 Part 3. What is my plan? Well, I'm gonna try and put more focus onto this channel, but only a little bit. Really, that should only mean one thing, and maybe the other thing that I'll announce later, but mainly what it means is that I'm gonna try and release 12 videos this year, one for each month. I have a schedule locked in until about July, plus a bunch of other video ideas. I haven't nailed to a specific month yet. And I've got January's video close to release. It's on Breath of the Wild, so you can get ready to not watch it because it's not on Ratchet & Clank. Point being, I've got a plan, but I'm not going to promise to follow through on it, just that it's my goal, because, you know, I've got a life to live. I do want to put more focus into this channel, but like, I'm still in university, I'm currently working full-time, and I'll be working part-time when the semester starts again, because, you know, I gotta eat. And also I like my job, and I'm not just gonna throw it away because this might become profitable. Having said that, I think the only thing that really threatens me from being able to release a video a month is if a major game releases this year, something like a Breath of the Wild 2, because making a full review takes a lot longer than a month, just in the sheer quantity of shit to cover. So what's that other thing that I alluded to earlier? Well, Okay, look, I get it. I barely feel comfortable having a Patreon, and like, I don't even think it's worth it for you, so Why do I have it? Well, at first I just wanted to hog the URL. I knew there was like some chance of this thing being big enough to both make it worthwhile taking people's money and also having me not feel super uncomfortable like taking people's money. And like as I was making it, I was just making the template, I accidentally hit publish now. I didn't check if you could unpublish it and I just left it up because whatever. I was then going through Creator Studio doing something, I don't remember, when I came across the links page for channels and I thought, why don't I just put the Patreon page I made up there? And what happened, which I was not expecting, was that 3 separate people found it and decided to donate to it anyway, despite what I hope were pretty clear warnings. So, Bin My Guy, Firestriker and Nullspace, thank you. Like, seriously thank you, for being my first ever patrons before I'd even acknowledged its existence. So, what do you get for giving me money? You get your name at the end of videos. That is it. I want to be very clear about that fact. That is all you will get. And if you don't, the only thing you will miss out on is not having your name at the end of videos. And it doesn't matter how much money you give me, the benefit was always the same. Why am I doing it like that? Well, for one, I'd fair commitment, but for two, I can't put enough focus on this right now to justify anything more than it just being a donation. That might change, and like I hope it does, because the more money I get from this, the more time I can spend focusing on this, because, like, you know, I too, like the rest of the developed world, live in a hyper-capitalist hellscape of empty investment properties, so, you know, I need money to not die, and the more money I get from this, the less I have to get from other stuff, and hence the more time I can spend focusing on this pile of garbage. As that happens, I'll probably add more benefits, so you know it's actually worthwhile. And I do plan on shifting away from Patreon at some point. Like, for now it's fine, as it's just like some people giving me money because they feel like it. But if it becomes an actual revenue source, I do want to shift away to something that, for one, I can control, and for two, actually supports my currency. Like, that's why it's in US dollars, by the way. I could have set it to dollary dues, which is a pretty close conversion to the Kiwi bucks that are in my wallet. Shit, I don't carry cash. But I'd rather make it convenient for as many of you as possible if I can't make it convenient for me. And just as more justification for myself, because like, trust me, if you think this is weird, I think it's weirder. Technically, I would be eligible for monetization if Google wasn't obsessed with watch time, an obsession which is, you know, killing the platform. So if Google thinks I should be getting money if you just ignore that, then I may as well try anyway. Also, when I do get that watch time and I can turn on monetization, I am not turning on mid-rolls, and like, you can hold me to that. You can go and use AdBlock, I don't care. I only want you to give me money, either from ads or directly, if you want to. Okay, I think that's everything, but the main thing, you can just ignore everything else. The main thing is thanks. Like, seriously, thank you. The shit is crazy. I guess I gotta go back to fucking editing again.